What a comeback from Scott Dixon after spinning on the opening lap. And in 19 consecutive seasons, Scott Dixon is going to be a winner again. Spin to win. Dixon has done it in Indy.
Yeah.
How about that?
I enjoyed it.
I know.
missed both of them.
Have a good one, buddy.
Great job, John.
Good to see you.
Crazy. A lot of people don't understand. I mean, it takes hundreds of people to pull off a network broadcast of a race, and when you have a road course, it takes even more because you have more cameras around the track. So yeah, that's the interesting part. It takes a lot of people, and we have an amazing team at NBC Sports on the IndyCar side, the IMSA side, the NASCAR side that pulls all of these broadcasts together and makes it look seamless on television. But there's a lot of work behind the scenes that it takes to get people to the track. I mean, everybody travels from out of town to come to the track, and every week it kind of goes flawlessly. And we're 9 years into this current deal, and we have a group that kind of has it down pat and the way we do things and the kind of the way we handle things. But there is so much behind the scenes that I wish all the race fans could see that it really takes to pull off a broadcast. It looks like it's just you turn on a switch on Sunday and you're there, and you turn it off and you're done and you go to the next place. But there's so much that happens between, and we have an amazing staff, an amazing group of people that really take care of all that for us.
It's race 14 of the 17-race season in the NTT IndyCar Series, and we are about to see who's got the speed on Go Fast Day, setting the grid. What makes the NASCAR IndyCar crossover weekend special from a broadcast perspective is that we're with our brothers and sisters from within the same family, because quite often NASCAR is at a certain track, we're maybe on the opposite side of the country doing IndyCar. So we're all friends, we're all colleagues, we all get along, and then you feel like you're part of a greater team. So we have a very big group of people when we come here to do the Indianapolis 500, but now to have two series, NASCAR and IndyCar here at the Brickyard on the one weekend, it's a great family feeling. Can he sew this together and get himself a pole position and NTTP1 award? It's going to be close. Graham Rahal on his teammate. He ends the crowd. Graham Rahal wins the pole for the first time in 6 years.
It never even gets old to just be at this great facility. Every time you hear, you feel special. You know you're in the presence of the greatest racetrack in the world.
Well, the camera's over here, so I'm not sure what's happening.
It's got to get a little bit on the... Let's see the eyes. Look, a little bit of shine in the eyes there.
I mean, what I try to do is just supplement the information. Those guys are calling the race, and, you know, they know the sport as well as I do, but they're so focused on what's on screen and what they're having to talk about, and I'm able to sit over here and think about, okay, what's an ancillary thing they can talk about, or what's some kind of stat that would help support what they're talking about.
I'm not sure what's the longest someone's gone between polls, but I'm getting an eye roll from our SVP of data analytics, Russ Thompson, who doesn't really want to look that stat up.
Boy, when he asked, I thought, man, how am I going to figure that out? And then, I looked it up. Juan Pablo Montoya had a 14-year streak. So, yeah, stuff like that. When they, I love it when they ask me, challenge me, and I come up with something that's kind of obscure like that.
The NASCAR guys get this entire room on the ninth floor. Look at the size of these boxes. Come over here. Look at this. Jeff Burton. Look at the size of his speaker box. I mean, this thing's fully featured. And then come over and see the size of our IndyCar boxes. Excuse me, Lee. We're going to take issue with this. We get these little things. And look at it. Steve Letarte gets this big one. Look at the size of his cough button. The NBC production team doubles, probably almost triples in size to cover all of the activities, because it's not just IndyCar, of course. Our team members are out there covering Indy next. They're covering the Xfinity Series, and it's just a lot of fun. We don't get to see our colleagues on the NASCAR side very much during the season, but we do, unfortunately, get to see our colleagues on this side a little too often.
I'll tell you something. We usually get Kit Kats on the IndyCar weekend. NASCAR comes to town, and all we get is this Twix.
Hey, I'm going to go to the defense of Rob, our stage manager, because I like Twix, and we always have Twix.
It's a big effort just to get one of these productions to a track set up and ready to put on a good show. To have two of them at the same time doing it, it's a big effort. So, huge credit to everybody on the staff, on the crew, everyone that gets everything here and set up. It makes our jobs, up here in the booth and on camera a whole lot easier. But it's been a lot of fun.
Rahul's frustration increasing. He wants by. He wants a clean, clear shot of Dixon.
You can see the gap shrinking on the screen.
0.7 of a second. 35 plays 32. Graham Rahul's most memorable win was at Mid-Ohio, but this could be even bigger. He's not fighting just anybody. He's fighting the man, the 6-time champion, Scott Dixon.
Dixon's getting squirrely coming onto the front straightaway there. I think Graham's going to have a great run right here.
What a comeback from Scott Dixon after spinning on the opening lap. And in 19 consecutive seasons, Scott Dixon is going to be a winner again. Spin to win. Dixon has done it in Indy.
It never gets old to call a race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This place is just so special. You're reminded of how many special things, significant things, historic things have transpired here. And so you could come here midweek when nobody's here. Come here for the Indianapolis 500. Come here for the IndyCar NASCAR crossover weekend. Anytime is special.
I think from NBC's side, we all work together and are friends. And so, we know Townsend, we know Hinch, we know Diffie so well that we ask them questions. We talk about their races, they talk about ours. So I think preparation-wise, we work together as one big family, one big team. And I think that's what makes our group the best, is because we consider each other close friends. And so when we're prepping for something, if I say I want to go down a certain road, Steve will probably go, "You're crazy. That's not something we need to do." So, but we're comfortable enough with each other that I think that's the way we prepare, is we're honest with each other, and these guys know how a race should be seen.
Here we are down here at this new area. I want to remind you the rules are the same. The leader gets to this line, he can go. He doesn't have to go. He can wait till he goes all the way to that line where Dale Jr. is.
Yeah, and I think most of the prep work really happens before you get here. Everything else, you're just responding to what's happening at the moment, or finding something happened and you're going and doing the research, understanding exactly what happened. So, it's prep work it's kind of an odd thing, because when you're doing live sports, if you prepare too much, you're not doing your job very well. If you come in here thinking you know what's going to go on, you've lost your mind. We have no idea what's going to happen.
Green flag is out. We're racing at Indianapolis.
The crossover move. Here comes the 19 of Gibbs. Can't complete the pass.
A.J. Allmendinger holding him off early.
It's a great opportunity early in this race to get aggressive, pick up a few spots.
Can Gibbs take the lead away? He does.
He's not going to allow the 19 to pressure him into a mistake. He lets him go, and now he can tell his crew, hey, I need to be better here. I need to be better at this corner, X, Y, and Z. Help me out. Work on the car, make it better.
I'd just love to see how the competitors feel about it, right? It's great for us to come here and great for the fans to come here, but what makes events and venues like Indy special is when it means something to the competitors. So when you see somebody win, the emotion and what it means to go to victory lane here, that's really the home run for me.
Gibbs is going to win at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
For over 100 years, the tradition of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is unmatched. This weekend, the most famous racetrack in the world plays host to an IndyCar NASCAR triple header from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And it doesn't get any more iconic than that. Roger Penske and Jack Roush hanging out here. It's neat to see how everybody interacts. It's neat to see James Hinchcliffe kind of coming into our NASCAR meetings, and it's neat to see Lee Diffie in our NASCAR meetings as well. And then vice versa, it's neat to see, Dale Jr. going into an IndyCar meeting.
Down here on the grid, and we are right next to the man who shocked the sport. SVG Shane Van Gisbergen is back, but he has brought some friends with him this weekend.
I came here when I was 10 years old to an Indy 500 and with my family, and it was amazing. And so to be able to call a race here and to see how NASCAR thrives here is very important to me.
Suarez jumps out to a good start. 3 car lengths entering turn number 1. Tyler Reddick in second, but a great battle for third as they enter turn 1.
This is action, man.
The 34 trying to outbrake Suarez for the lead.
Suarez going to battle on this inside now. Coming into this turn, 12, now into turn 13. McDowell's on the inside, has a preferred line and takes the spot away.
The gap is closed to a second. Through 14 for the final tie. Michael McDowell comes onto the front stretch in Indy. The 38-year-old is going to win at Indianapolis.
Decades ago, there was certainly a competition between NASCAR and IndyCar. I think recently, and certainly with the same broadcast partner broadcasting both entities, I think there's more collaboration between the two series and the two leagues than ever before. And I think that's what takes it to work. High tide floats all boats. So if NASCAR Cup Series is helping IndyCar, IndyCar is helping the Cup Series or the Xfinity Series, that helps everybody. And I think there's more interest in everybody saying in the United States, hey, how do we get motorsports more eyeballs? How do we get more people to have an interest in motorsports, whether it's NASCAR racing, IndyCar racing, IMSA racing, whatever it is? You're seeing more of that than ever with these series and these leagues working together.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.